in our Indian culture, everything starts with worship of Lord Ganesha. In fact, this festival of Ganesh Chaturthi is something that is celebrated very grandly by Swami. And I feel among all the festivals, Ganesh Chaturthi has something very special about it with respect to Swami and students. Every year, Ganesh Chaturthi time, Swami used to visit the hostel those days. He would definitely come to the hostel. If not on that day, if he is out of station, he would, as soon as he comes back to Patti, he would drop in at the hostel where the Ganesha idol is installed and look at the Ganesha idol. Invariably, he would do this every year. Now, I'm taking you to the time in Vrindavan when I was a student. It was in the 70s. In those days, it used to be a tradition in Vrindavan that boys would make the Ganesha idol. They would take clay from the lake. There was a lake near Hoskote. They would take the lake clay. They would make a Ganesha idol out of it, and then the worship would be done to that. And it was a very grand thing. And they would show it to get it blessed by Swami. One particular year, Swami was in Prashanti Nilayam, and we were in Vrindavan. And a few days before Ganesh Chaturthi, the warden made a remark saying that, see, we are taking clay from the lake and making a Ganesha idol, but since we are not baking the clay, cracks start appearing when you keep it for a few days, and it's not traditionally correct to worship an idol like that. So I think this year we will not do that. We will buy a regular idol and worship it. The very next day, the warden received a phone call telling him to proceed to Prashanti Nilayam. Swami had called him. And when he came back, he told us this. He said that Swami called him, Swami discussed about a number of things, and Swami just straight away asked him this question, what about Ganesh Chaturthi? What arrangements are you making? So he said, Swami, I was telling the boys that since the idols develop cracks, this year we'll buy an idol and worship it. Swami said, no, that's not the way it is done traditionally. In the Vedic times, people used to make the idol in their own house and then worship it. That is the correct way to do it. So tell the boys to make the idol. So when the warden came and told us this, we were all very excited. There were hardly about, I think, 5 or 6 days. And so all the boys, particularly those who used to make it, the art group boys, were very, very excited. And there's a hostel next to the Walter Cohen block, which is called as the S.N. Singh block. That time it had just been built and that was empty. So these boys wanted a place where there is restricted access, and so they wanted to start making the idol there. They had kept 4 bricks, and on top of that they put a platform, and the first trowel of clay they put saying Ganesh Gayatri and Jai Bolo Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba Ji Ki. When they put that first trowel, suddenly a rat came from somewhere and went inside that platform, below that platform. And since they had started, they said, no, it will go off, let's continue, let's not stop. So they continued making the idol. And it took them all of those 5 days or 6 days. And on Ganesh Chaturthi day in the morning, at 5 o'clock, it was time for them to shift the idol, which was already made now. They had to shift it to the prayer hall, and there the puja had to start. And so again, all of them gathered around it and chanted Gayatri, Ganesh Gayatri and Sai Gayatri. And just when they lifted it, the rat went out of it. Which means that the rat had been there all the 6 days or 5 days or whatever time it had taken. This was something which was very, very surprising. It was a cute little rat, And everyone was very excited, and we are talking about it very happily and very excitedly. A couple of days after that, Swami came to Vrindavan. And he got down from the car, he asked, boys, how was the Ganesh Puja? I said, Swami, it was very nice. Then Swami said, I sent one rat, did it come? So we had a direct representative of the Lord present when we are making the idol. Okay. So in every aspect of life like this, Swami would relate to what is happening, and he would show that he is always present with us. Either in his physical form he would be present, or he would definitely make the point to show us that he is omnipresent and He is always with us, protecting us, guiding us, guarding us, and showing us His love.